Straight ahead on 12 News, middle school students take part in a unique leadership lesson.
Wherever you end up, whatever job you have, you can be a leader and show personal leadership.
Plus, a move that could expand St. Cloud State University's reach in the Northwest Metro. But first, a new partnership meant to give people at the pump peace of mind. 12 News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. Anytime you swipe your credit card, you could be at risk for identity theft.
But a new partnership between Brooklyn Park Police and some local gas stations aims to give customers peace of mind when they pay at the pump. Delane Cleveland joins us now with more on this. Delane?
Mike and Alex, credit card skimming is when someone places a device in a credit card terminal. When a person swipes their card to pay for gas, criminals can capture the information on that card as a payment is made. Brooklyn Park hasn't had a problem with this, and police would like to keep it that way.
Yes, we wanted to be proactive, and we thought this was a way to reach out to our gas stations, partner with them, and get them involved in helping to protect customers while they're at their gas stations in our city.
Brooklyn Park Police came up with a program called Skim Stop. It's when gas stations buy tamper-proof tape and place them on their pumps. Employees then agree to do daily checks to ensure that their gas pumps haven't been compromised. Then they log their inspections in a notebook. This BP station along Brooklyn Boulevard and Jolly Lane is one of 6 gas stations in Brooklyn Park taking part in the Skim Stop program. All participating gas stations have stickers placed by the credit card terminals to let consumers know of the steps taken to protect their information.
I really see the benefits as not only for the customer but also the business. The business is showing the customer that, hey, we are taking preventative measures to protect your information here at our place of business. So I really see it as a partnership between businesses, law enforcement, as well as our community members.
Not every gas station in Brooklyn Park has partnered with police on this program, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they haven't taken action to protect consumers. Police say that if you don't see the participation stickers when you fill up, to ask the station employees what they're doing to protect your information. Mike?
All right, thank you, Delane. Brooklyn Park Police continue to search for a hit-and-run driver who critically injured a man on election night. The incident happened last Tuesday, shortly after 11 p.m. at the intersection of County Road 81 and 71st Avenue. 23-year-old Seth Bennett of Brooklyn Park was hit while trying to cross the intersection. On his Caring Bridge page, Bennett's family says he is clinging to life, and as you can imagine, they want the person responsible to come forward.
We're really just looking for more information from the public about the vehicle, a license plate, or maybe anything else you saw in the area at that time that would help us locate that vehicle. Should have front end damage, possibly along the side of it, depending on what happened, but definitely front end.
Police are looking for a dark-colored sedan. There are traffic cameras at a nearby intersection, but they were not working due to construction on County Road 81.
A local congressman has announced his candidacy to become the new head of the Democratic Party. The announcement came late Monday afternoon. Keith Ellison also has picked up several endorsements for chair of the Democratic National Committee, and that includes Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar and New York Senator Chuck Schumer. Last week, we told you Bernie Sanders was supporting Ellison. Ellison won re-election to serve the 5th District with nearly 70% of the votes. And a state representative from Brooklyn Park will lead the Minnesota House DFL caucus when the legislature reconvenes in January. Melissa Hortman will be the new minority leader of the House, replacing Paul Thiessen of Minneapolis. Hortman previously served as deputy minority leader. And the announcement comes after Democrats had hoped to pick up seats in the House, but instead lost seats.
A former longtime mayor of Crystal has died. Pete Meinsma served 8 terms as Crystal mayor before retiring in 2004. A celebration of his life will be held Wednesday with visitation at 10 a.m., followed by an 11 a.m. service at Glen Haven Chapel and Memorial Gardens in Crystal. Meinsma is survived by his wife of 60 years. Pete Meinsma was 88 years old.
A local nonprofit is helping families in need by igniting the night. Hundreds of luminaries glowed Saturday night in the parking lot of Wayzata Community Church. The event is part of a 7-week sleep out campaign that raises money for Interfaith outreach. And this week, donations to Interfaith outreach will be matched by other donors. Interfaith hopes to raise $2.1 million, which is about $1,000 for every family that it served last year.
People come to us with a variety of needs. A lot of times they first know about us because of our food shelf. They may need food, so they're coming for food, but what we learn is that so many times when they are coming for one thing, there are really many things that are going on in their family that may need additional help.
Interfaith also provides rent assistance for families facing eviction, as well as education and employment support services. Some students from Jackson Middle School are taking part in a unique leadership lesson.
They are taking 4 leadership classes in a 4-week span, and Eric Nelson pays a visit to Fort Snelling Base Camp.
Make sure it stays. It looks fine to me.
If you want to change people, you can't be like a dictator and like yell at them to do that. You have to support them when they do that, like guide them.
They are future leaders who will mold and shape tomorrow's world. They are Jackson Middle School students
We should put a marshmallow on the top, guys.
who are learning to listen and to lead at this Fort Snelling Base Camp.
Not every student is going to be on the student council or even go to college, but you can show leadership in your community.
Leadership's about you and how you affect other people, not just yourself personally.
Through classroom interactive and physical activities, the kids are learning the values of teamwork, which can foster leadership.
I think those things go hand in hand. You know, without a strong team, you're just an individual.
The goal of this pilot program is to create future leaders in many different capacities.
It's not so much that we all are going to be CEOs of companies, but yet we're going to be leaders within our community. We're going to be leaders within our household. You know, how do you manage a family?
Being a leader in your life is important, whether or not you're going to become the president or go into politics or not.
The base camp is also promoting unity, which is very necessary in these polarizing times.
What we're planning on doing this year is pairing people up with someone that they're not comfortable with, that they don't know, so we can get comfortable with people of all different ages and ethnicities and a whole bunch of different backgrounds.
At the Fort Snelling Base Camp, I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
And the base camp is owned by the Northern Star Council and run by the Boy Scouts of America. Well, coming up, St. Cloud State moves a graduate degree program to Plymouth. We'll have the details next in Business Matters.
And then a little bit later in sports, highlights from the Section 5 girls swimming and diving finals.
But first, a chance for early showers Tuesday, but then it clears out. The Maple Grove Arts Center has a permanent space for the first time since it lost its gallery back in April.
So we have, windows in the front, just like we did before, but then as you see, we have all these unique rooms.
The new location is a former contractor's showroom in the fountains at Arbor Lakes. The Arts Center had to move from its old location on Main Street to make room for a new tenant, leaving them without a permanent gallery until now.
It has different rooms for different classes. We can teach far many classes than we did in the other location. It's unique because we're in the fountains now and not on Main Street, although hanging out on this street, I see there's a fair amount more traffic coming through this area. So I'm kind of excited to see what the response is from the community to come in here.
Link says there's lots of work ahead to make it ready for the formal opening in mid-January. For working professionals, the chance to advance skill sets and pursue a graduate degree can be a daunting challenge.
In the Northwest Metro, St. Cloud State offers an option with the Twin Cities Graduate Center that's now on the move. In today's Business Matters report, a look at why it's moving from Maple Grove to Plymouth. It's late on a work night and 38-year-old Peter Anderson is in class.
We have this balance that we're trying to maintain between our family life, our work life, and our academic career in order to move forward.
The mid-career sales manager from Blaine is among a class of other working professionals pursuing a master's in business administration at St. Cloud State's Twin Cities Graduate Center. It's currently located in an office complex in Maple Grove, but that will soon change when the lease expires.
As you can see, this is at a prime location where it's very visible from 169.
Come January, it will be St. Cloud State in Plymouth, just off Highway 169 and Rockford Road, that will offer graduate programs to a growing number of students.
As you can see, this is one of the largest classrooms that we have. This would seat anywhere from 40 to 50 students.
Amid renovations, the new Plymouth facility is slightly larger and it will allow for more technology integration.
So we've increased our programmatic offerings, and that has also helped us in increasing the enrollment.
Since 2009, St. Cloud State's Twin Cities Graduate Center has grown from 124 students to more than 300. Graduate programs are now available in business administration, engineering management, educational administration, and in the medical device industry. The Northwest Metro location also allows St. Cloud State to team up with experts from industry to teach some classes.
We are partnering with Medtronic, 3M, Boston Scientific, and St. Jude Medical.
For Peter Anderson, the graduate program was a fit, and that doesn't change with the move to Plymouth.
It'll actually be easier. I won't mind it.
The new Plymouth campus opens for spring semester starting in January. Coming up, something really super for all Earthlings to celebrate.
But first, Champlin Park faces Eagan in the state volleyball finals. John Jacobson has that and more next in sports.
With a fifth-place finish in 2014 and a third-place finish a year ago, Champlin Park's volleyball team was hoping for a championship trophy this season in Class 3A. Rebels got all the way to the finals. They met defending state champion Eagan in the championship match. First set of this one, Izzy Ashburn will set it to Emma Schmidt. Her kill gives the Rebels a 7-6 lead. The Wildcats, who had lost to Champlin Park in a tournament a month ago, come back though. Brior's dump throw point helps give them a 25-20 first set win. Second set, and the Rebels play well. They get the block here for a point to go ahead 6-2. And then later, Sydney Hilly with a kill. She had 92 kills in 3 matches in the tournament. Makes the all-tournament team. Rebels win 25-17. They even the match at 1 apiece. In the third set, it's Champlin Park's Maria Claflin with the block for a point. That ties the score up at 8. Eagan, though, will come back after Hilly's kill puts them ahead 14-11. The Wildcats rally to win the set, or going down the line for a point, 25-21, and it's 2-1. Champlin Park unable to force a fifth set in this one. Eagan wins the fourth set, 25-21, and they win their third Class 3A title in the last 4 years, beating the Rebels in 4. Following an exciting finish and a win over Eastridge 10 days ago, Champlin Park's football team enjoyed another thriller in the state quarterfinals. Rebels taking on the Rosemount Irish. Down 6-0 in the second quarter, Chad Costello throws to Ernest Warlow. He does the rest. Getting past the defense, takes it 58 yards for a touchdown. The extra point gives the Rebels a 7-6 lead. They lead 21-14 at the half. Fast forward to late in the fourth quarter, Rosemont's Cody Hogan hitting Griffin Lanou with a pass. He'll break a tackle, reach the ball over the goal line before it comes loose. It's a touchdown, 28-28 with 49 seconds left. The Rebels get a field goal, try to win it on the last play of regulation, but Peyton Hughes kicked just wide right. This game headed to overtime. In OT, the Rebels defense comes up with a huge stop, stuffing the Irish run short of the goal line on fourth down. That gives the Rebels a shot, and Costello hits Deontay Bronson on the fade pass for a touchdown. A fantastic finish. Champlin Park wins it 34-28. Maple Grove was hoping to make it back to the 6A semifinals for a third straight season. Crimson meeting Eden Prairie at Chanhassen High School. Eden Prairie starts strong. Dejan Wolf sweeping left, gets to the corner of the end zone for an early 7-0 lead. They'd add another score to go up 14-0. Maple Grove comes back. Brett Davison throws deep over the middle to Kai Carlson, and he'll win the race to the end zone. 67 yards for the score. The Crimson lead it Crimson Trail 14-7. After they recover an onside kick, Maple Grove converts on 3rd and 12. Davison to Carlson inside the 5-yard line and set up a Davison touchdown run. And Maple Grove does tie it at 14. Eden Prairie retakes the lead in a fake reverse. Solo Falanenko. Plenty of room to get to the end zone to make it 21-14. The Eagles pull away big. Several more plays down the stretch, beating Maple Grove 63-21. So it's Eden Prairie and Champlin Park in the 6A semifinals Friday night at 7 o'clock at U.S. Bank Stadium. In Class 4A, Benilde St. Margaret's faced Cloquet in the state quarterfinals. Red Knights strike quickly. Ricky Floyd into the end zone on a 7-yard run to make it 7-0. Second quarter, Floyd takes the handoff, gets a nice block from Braden Fitzgerald, clearing the way for Floyd to run down to the 2-yard line. It sets up another touchdown and a 21-0 Knights lead. Third quarter, Benilde quarterback Will Whitmore rolls left, passes back the other way to Floyd. He goes for his 4th touchdown of the game, and it's a 28-0 Benilde lead. Still in the third quarter, Fitzgerald with a great interception, and he's gone the other way, 60 yards for a score. Benilde St. Margaret's beats the Lumberjacks. Red Knights go to the state semifinals with a 42-7 win. They'll take on undefeated Marshall in the 4A semis Thursday at 4:30 p.m. at U.S. Bank Stadium. Spots in the state swimming and diving meet were up for grabs over the weekend. Most of the teams we cover are in Section 5AA. Their finals at Minnetonka, 200 medley relay. Anchor Cindy Zhao finishes off a win for Wayzata. And it's a big day for the Trojans. 200 freestyle. Carly Quast sets a new pool line section record. Time of 1 minute, 48.76 seconds. Melinda Chang of the Trojans is second. In the 200 IM, Jordan McGinty of Wayzata races to the win. The Trojans take the top 3 spots in this race. 50 freestyle. Alexa Schaff of Wayzata edges Armstrong, Samantha Sherbet. Both girls are headed to state. In diving, Wayzata's Ellie Morrison scores a 57.60 for this dive and wins with 461.75 points. The Trojans take the top 4 diving spots, and they win Section 5. They won every event, 642 team points for Wayzata. Armstrong is second and Champlin Park third. State meet this Wednesday through Friday at the U of M Aquatic Center. And that's a look at sports.
All right, thanks, John. We'll be right back. And finally, all eyes are on the sky at the observatory at Jackson Middle School.
The observatory is expecting several classes of students and their parents tonight to view the so-called supermoon. And as the animation from NASA shows us, it's the closest a full moon has been to Earth since 1948 and won't be this close again until 2034. It will look brighter and bigger, especially when it's on the horizon, beginning at 5:27 Monday night.
The moon's going to look 15% bigger. Will you be able to tell? Well, you've got to have something to compare it to. Now, if you took a picture last month and compare it to this one, it's going to look bigger, but your eyes, especially near the horizon, you'll swear it's the biggest thing you've ever seen.
Well, Ron Schmidt says one thing it might do is inspire new interest in astronomy, and we will see you.